Very big welcome to you, my dear Virgo. So the sun now is in Gemini, and Gemini is that moment where we recognize that the lovers, these two are you, and you want to shine a light out into the world of wholeness, of being ready to be with you as the beloved. And when you understand that, then the 19 turns into a 10, and the 10 is the wheel of fortune. Then things come to you, like luck attracts luck. Plus the 6 is the 16. Then the things leave that don't suit you, that don't work with the energies anymore, that are negative or in any way dark. So here then the 7 appears, and out of the 7 we get the emotional intelligence, which can also turn into an emotional wisdom. The sun then gives the light to the moon, which is right now in your sign. And so the Hermit looks into the moon, because we're going to the left, we're going to your new moon, and you always get your full moon in your opposite sign, which is Pisces, and the moon is Pisces. So you're looking at your opposite sign, you're looking at the moon, and you're fascinated by the moon, because you somehow know that the moon brings you deeper, and that's what the Hermit does. And so the 18 is the 9, and here the 9, and 9-9 portal, 2 times the completion, and arriving deep within in feelings that you know are feeling right. We're going to look at the Mercury Magician station as well. Here Salvador Dali placed himself into the Magician, and that's always your mind, your language. How are you expressing the abracadabra? And we're also going to look at Saturn, because Saturn has moved into Aries. And Aries right now is the doer, is that spark, is that, yes, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to get away from here, this square aspect. We see the 3 graces, and that's always love and hope and trust. Then we're going to look at the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I always gave you the dates, and I am giving you now more specific the dates, and the first one is between the 13th of August to the 21st of August. That's the Knight of Pentacles, but he has the strength, Leo, above him as a soul, and here he is the human that is recognizing this path deep within, right, through the Leo. Then we have from the 22nd of August to the 11th of September the Knight of Pentacles, and he has above him the Hermit as a soul aspect. So really important, because it's different, right? You can see already through the different deck that here he has that wildness and roars, and here he is really going deep within. Then we have another connection, which is here the soul aspect, but below it's the Queen of Swords already. And this is really something where you understand that there are different types of Virgos. And you see that the Queen of Swords is here to mark with her sword that which the Hermit brings her as a spiritual aspect. And so it's really important that you understand these different aspects, right? She's the 7th house of love and relationship, and of course the Knight of Pentacles is the 6th house of work and routine. So this reading here with the Strength card and the Knight of Pentacles I did in the previous reading. There the moon was in Leo, and so I did here the connection to the Knight of Pentacles. So if you have your birthday in this time, right, then of course you should look at that reading. Back to the last reading where we had Taurus Sun giving Virgo Moon the light. The message was the elk's protection gives you the strength to be patient. And so when I look at the cards, I can see if there is a card coming back, and one card is definitely coming back. And so we begin the reading. So the Knight of Pentacles is getting the Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn. So here you are juggling with money. The 6 and the 2 is the 8. That's the infinite game, the play, the coming and going, and the wind blows. And sometimes money is there, money is gone. So understand that's the nature of money. What is coming from the Mother Piece Tarot? You get the 6 of Pentacles to the right, which is the Moon in Taurus. And to the right is pointing here to you, and that's the 6-6 portal, 2 times the 6. So you see, when we understand money, we are one way the giver and the other one the taker, and we need to shift. We need to understand that sometimes we are the giver and sometimes we're the taker, and that's what the 2 comes in. The Jupiter aspect here is bringing you an understanding that Jupiter is the Wheel of Fortune, is the 10, and in the 10 we understand, okay, I need to do what I need to do, because the 6 and the 6 is 12 and the 2 is the 14. And the 14 is Temperance, and Temperance is Sagittarius and is ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter in Capricorn is saying, well, are you understanding this? Are you seeing this, what's happening here? You're walking into the 2 and you get another 6. You have 8 coins. And 8 coins is Sun in Virgo. Is you working on understanding what money really means, what money really does. And money does, like we know, good but also terrible things to us if we're not strong enough from within. If we're not really understanding that I am both of them. Then comes the Queen of Swords. She's getting the 6 of Wands, which is Jupiter in Leo. So she has a whole nother energy going on here. She has the 6 of Wands, Jupiter also, right? We expand in doing, and we love what we're doing. The 7 and the 6 is the 13, and the 13 is the Death card, and the 13 turns then into a 4, and the 4 is the Emperor, and Saturn is in Aries, which is the Emperor. So then I want to see, what is the Mother Piece Tarot bringing? You're getting the Judgment slightly to the right, and the Judgment is what last time said Pluto in Aquarius, because the Judgment is Pluto, is saying, see this? She's pointing up here, and look at the colors. It's like, it's almost like you are seeing the rainbow, because you are action oriented. You are doing what you love. How beautiful is this, right? And so you see that the sword is pointing up, and the sword is literally saying, yes, I want to do what I'm doing. And so the 7 and the 20 is the 27. That's then a 9. The 9 and the 6 is the 15, and the 15 is in the career. You are moving forward. You are seeing that Venus is helping you, because the Ankh is giving all the colors over the planet Earth. And so it's a very beautiful moment here, because the 6 is left. The 6 is the Lovers. The 6 is saying, yes, you are arriving in the exchange, in the expansion of doing and creating, and you are loving it. So what is the Last Judgment bringing? The Broom. And the Broom is the number 52. And the Broom, as you can see, is quite intense, and I'm going to read it to you. Stocky, tough, green, spiky leaves, knee holy is the beacon broom, beloved of butchers. Scarlet berries, large as cherries, speak of the scrubbing back of blooded stains. Troubles traveling from the astral to stalk the living worlds must be scored away. The harsh sweeping up that begins in dreams must be tackled in life by fully removing its stains. Brush with the prickly bush every corner of every trauma to rid yourself of those wounding remembrances. Butcher's broom, scrub. Wow, so this is what's coming here, right? The last judgment is saying, well, clear yourself from things where you killed other people by letting them know that your ego is strong and that you can cut people's ego off, and people don't like it. And the 52 is the 7, so there is a 7-7 with the Queen of Swords. And the 20 plus the 6 is the 26, and the 26 is the 8 here. The infinite coming and going of moments where we are cruel just because we can, and we say something to a person and that person is completely devastated. But we understand, right, that this is really like clearing now things. And so the 20 and the 7, the 27 is the 9, right? And here we have the 7 and the 6 is the 13, the 4. And so the 4 and the 9 is the 13 again, and the 4 in the end is left. Understand, right, the message, because this message is important, is going to bring you clarity in what you want to let go of your past. Okay, the Magician brings you the arrow, and the arrow is pointing up and has the number 3. So one arrow and one arrow lies on the table. There is a 1 here, and we understand the 1 and the 3 is the 4. That's the Emperor. And in the 4 we understand again and again that we need to lead. When we lead, we command, and in the command lies the universe that delivers. What is coming from your deck? The Queen of Swords is coming. So you are coming up here. So you understand that Mercury is wanting to tell you something. Here you look like this. Here you look a little more gentle. It's not so brutal. You have here a butterfly. You have the sword. You're looking to the left. But remember, when we become the card, we're looking to the right. We're looking outwards. But from the outer perspective, you're learning, you are still seeing that things need to be reached to the heavens so that the heavens can come down. So the 4 and the 7 is the 11. A portal is coming here and letting you know, yes, you can do it. You are connected with the Magician, you're connected with Mercury, and the arrow is pointing up, and the 3 is here, the 7 and the 3 is the 10. And the 10 is a new cycle, is a new 1, with the 0, with the foolishness of Uranus, the rebellious planet, and the 11 here we understand, you understand that something is wanting to be really taking you to the next level. The moon is in your sign, and you get the horseman, which came last time as well. And so the 30 and the 18 is the 48, and that's then the 12, and the 12 turns into the 3. So the 3 is left. The 3 and the 0, again, Uranus, the 0, the nothing, and the everything. And the moon is bringing you, you are wanting to go out to the moon, but you're going to the new moon, and when you see it from outside, he goes to the right, but then when you become the card, he goes within, right? So understand how important that is. Then I want to see what is coming from your deck. You are getting the 9 of Swords, which is Mars in Gemini, and Mars is ruling Aries, and Saturn is in Aries, and Gemini, the Lovers. Sometimes you may have thoughts, and that's why you're leaving this. You see that? So it's really like, okay, I can't like sit here and be, you know, be sad. This woman is really like in a very difficult situation, but the angel is there and the bird is here, and you know that you liberate yourself, right? And here the horseman goes right in here. So we have a 9-9 portal framing the 30, right? Always remember the 18, the 1 and the 8, or the 10 and the 8 in a way, right? The Wheel of Fortune and the Strength card, the Strength, which is Leo. Understand that sometimes we need to unite everything within us so we can be really successful. And I think you are. So this is when you have nightmares. This is when you dream about certain things, and you should just watch and observe and not be afraid at all. The Sun in Gemini is bringing you the Sun, the 6. So like I said, right, we had here the 19, and the 6 is the 25, that's the 7. But I can also make it a 10, the 10 again. The Wheel of Fortune is bringing you the Sun. The Sun is here, and you see these two people sitting and looking at the Sun. The 10 and the 6 is 16, that's Mars. And that's how you can get rid of Mars in Gemini. This excessive thinking, thoughts that don't bring you really a clarity, because it's just a thought. Have you ever been in the past? Physically? No. Have you ever been in the future? Physically? No. Mentally? Yes, you can go there, but is it bringing you something? No. So be active, be here, be clear and say, I want to take action. I am the one that takes action, right? And so here the 9 of Swords, leave them. And you see that the 16 turns here also into a 7. What is coming from Gemini? You get the Ace of Wands. And so here with the 6 of Wands and 1 ace are 7 wands. And so you know that the 7 is then 7 wands with you, the 7. With you, the 7. And in that 7-7 portal, you understand that you learning more and more that the emotional intelligence, 3 times the 7, is something that we need to cherish, because that's the portal. Here we have the crown that is opening up, and we get the inspiration, we get the fire, we get the spark. We know we are ready, because the 16 and the 1 is the 17, and that's Aquarius, and Aquarius is the star, and the Sun is a dwarf star. So here you are. The 8 is left, and the 8 again is that infinite understanding that everything comes and goes, everything is constantly shifting and letting us know it's evolving. Saturn is bringing you the Ace of Materials. Look at that. And the Ace of Materials is looking into the 3 graces. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, right? And you see that here this is connected with the 6 of Pentacles, which is for the Queen of Swords, right? And the Queen of Swords has come up, and the Queen of Swords had the arrow that's pointing up, and it's saying, yes, up, 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 there you find everything. And here the Ace of Pentacles, right, with the 2 of Pentacles are 3 Pentacles, and 3 Pentacles and 6 are 9 Pentacles for the Knight of Pentacles. And so 9 Pentacles and you, the 6, is also the 15. In work, you are understanding more and more that things are constantly coming and going. But one is clear: if you do not respect that one coin, you will never really be happy with many coins. And so the 21 plus the 1 is the 22, and that's Uranus, that's the Fool, that's a new beginning in the way the world sees the money. What is coming from Aries? The 3 of Pentacles, and that's Mars in Capricorn. And we had Mars here in Gemini, right? And Mars is the action is the one that says, I'm gonna go and do it, right? Mars now is influencing here the world, and you see we have 4 coins here. There's the 4, and in the 4 the stability. It's not gonna make us happy, but if we want to build something that's really of significance, we need to collaborate, we need to work with others, and this is behind this 1 coin. This 1 coin is holy, the 3 is behind it, and even then we had the 2, so you have the 1, you have the 2, you have the 3, and then you have the 6, right? So all together we have 12 coins, and 12 again is Neptune. Neptune is also in Aries, and Neptune is, I'm not thinking about it anymore, dreaming about it anymore. I'm doing it. And so the money is behind this one, and you know that now we can build a new world by the way we do things, by the way we make our dreams happen. And the stability is going to be there then, right? And you see the 3 graces. Here, these 3, they're in here. You see that? And she is now looking at that, and she's like, I used to be here, stuck, but now I'm free. And it's such a beautiful message here, right? The 4 of coins with the 4 and the 3 graces, and here these 3 people that work together and make something happen. Mars in Capricorn, right? And you already had here Jupiter in Capricorn. So the 2 and the 3 is 5 coins, and 5 coins, it's like, I get it, I understand. Plus the 6, which is Taurus, 11 coins, that's a portal, right? And in that portal, you understanding that then here the 1 1 plus this 1 is 3 times the 1, and you are taking action, and you see that it's happening. You see that your inspiration is able to do what it needs to be doing, because it's almost like she's in the center here, right? And then we have the 6 here. And you see, it's like everything is interconnected here. So beautiful, right? It's like, yes, we give a massage, but we also need to receive. We play with the money, and the money has also just that one worthiness of it. And then here the collaboration. It's so beautiful. We can really see how important the message is here. And so understand, right, my dear Virgo, for you are the Knight of Pentacles, that you need to play with money, and you need to understand how important it is to respect it, to be connected to it, that everything has its value, and value is the 5, right? And the 5 has come up in this, in these 2 cards, right? And so you know exactly what it means. But the 5 also has come here in the 52 in the broom. What do we need to let go of the things that just don't make sense to you anymore? I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the Sun in Cancer. Cancer has come up as the number 7. The emotional intelligence or wisdom. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.